So let me introduce you to the change canvas. So the change canvas is essentially 5 very important, but 5 boxes on a page. And together, those boxes provide the balance that you need to drive positive change. When I first created the change canvas, I created it because I wanted to come to the party, if you like, with solutions rather than just being another voice. And I wanted to inspire people to take action and to turn the reflection board, to turn intent, or to turn awareness, and add the vision board, which is all about intent, to turn that into progress, to turn that into change. Now, 2.5 years later, the change canvas is being used for all sorts of different things. It's been used for driving business transformation, nothing to do with diversity and inclusion, but doing it in an inclusive way. It's being used for opening up conversations about diversity and inclusion. It's being used for mentoring, for personal change, and it's been used for leadership. So just to give you a little bit of background, each of the boards has its own role. So the reflection board in the top left is all about being an explorer. It's about understanding the context, understanding the why, framing the challenge, understanding the problems. The vision board is all about being a visionary. It's about committing to your goals, understanding what your vision is, what success looks like, what your specific targets are, and motivating and aligning others around you with that vision. And that top half of the change canvas is essentially your strategy. You understand your purpose, you understand the challenges you're trying to address, and you have clarity in terms of what your goals are. The progress board is about turning ideas into actions, into results. So the ideas board is around that dumping ground for all of the things that you could do, for all the possibilities, for getting creative, coming up with all of the ideas. The action board is saying, what's going to be at the top of my list? What are the things I'm actually going to prioritize and commit to? And having that separation and knowing that not everything's there and your head's not spinning with all of the things that you could be doing. You've got that separation. The things on your action board are the practical things you are actually going to do. And the results board is about celebrating those successes. It's about thinking about your lessons that you've learned. It's about being clear on what key decisions you've made, and it's about celebrating those achievements. And then it's iterative. You would then go back to your reflection board and say, how have I done in terms of the challenges? What progress have I made? What new goals do I want to set myself in the vision board? Great. What other ideas can I come up with to help me achieve those goals? So that's the sort of natural flow. How it gets implemented depends on the circumstance, but it in itself is a sort of really simple framework that you can apply to so many different scenarios in your lives. So for leaders, you can use it to develop yourself as a leader. You can complete a change canvas that really focuses in on who you are as a leader. And there is a specific change canvas, which I'll talk you through in a second, that's filled with questions that can help that personal exploration. You can also use it to open up conversations with your team. So on the intro course to the change canvas, there are a few examples where there's one that says something like, for inclusive teams, and there's just one question in each of these boards around, what are some of the challenges we face as a team? What would success look like for us in terms of having an inclusive team? The results board might say, what are some of the things we're already doing? And it's just a really simple way to open up conversations with your team and get input from everyone and get thoughts from everyone and build up this collective view, this inclusive view of how everyone feels, that ultimately, importantly, has actions on it, things that you can take forward. You can use it to help you frame your change story. So you can use it to help you tell the story of the change that you want to make happen. And it can be used for strategic planning and managing change initiatives. And as I say, I've just launched this new detailed guide around how you can transform the way your team works using the change canvas. That guide is not going to be free for very long, but it is at the moment. So if that seems appealing, take advantage of it and share your feedback. The change canvas can be used for designing inclusive experiences, and I've talked about that already in terms of the lenses, and there's also the viewpoints and the people map which supplement that. But you essentially go on a journey through the change canvas to identify how you can make experiences more inclusive, and it can be used for mentoring. So in terms of using it for leadership, which is what we're talking about today, it's about knowing yourself, serving others, and advocating for change. So the reflection board can be filled with your personal reflections, the vision board with your aspirations, the ideas board for the things you could do, the action board for the things you absolutely will do, and the results board for the things that you've done. It's about knowing who you are and why you would want to change. It's about knowing what you want to achieve, and it's about knowing how you will make it happen.